Today, I put Cat on the Knicks. Karl-Anthony Towns was just traded to the New York Knicks for Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, and a first-round pick in a blockbuster trade with Minnesota. We will be seeing just how good this trade will work out for the Knicks in hopes of bringing home an NBA championship. Look, I know I said I was going to start uploading consistently again. It starts now. Hurricane Helen had other plans. My power and cell service just went out for so long. Was not upset at all because a lot of people had it a lot worse than me around different parts of America, so I wasn't tripping over it. But we can now upload again, so thankfully we are back here with a Knicks rebuild. Honestly, whenever I saw this trade, I was like, why did this just happen? The Knicks pretty much just got rid of more of their depth, and honestly now going through their roster, they don't have a ton of depth left. And then as far as the Timberwolves, they literally figured out how to just beat the Nuggets. Rudy Gobert is on that all-defensive second team. And then they traded for Julius Randle. The Timberwolves are still the second seed in their conference and we're the first. So it looks like the trade was fine on both ends. They now have Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, who just averaged, what, 19, 8, 4, half a steal. They're starting Rudy Gobert. I honestly hope they start Naz Reid and Julius Randle together. I think that could be a nasty front court. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Dante DiVincenzo does give them another bench presence. Averaged 13 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and over steal with really good shooting splits. Put them next to Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Joe Ingles, Leonard Miller, and then they still have Naz Reid coming off their bench. Their bench is definitely super stacked right now. This trade came out of nowhere. As for the Knicks, like I said, they lost rid of a lot of their depth. They now have a starting lineup of, this is what I ran, and we have Brunson, Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG, Cat, off the bench, Mitchell Robinson, Precious Achiuwa, Shamet, and Miles McBride. Miles McBride is definitely going to have to step it up this year, which he did for us. Averaged 8 points, 2 assists, and almost 40% from 3. Mitchell Robinson, they are taking calls on him right now, so if he stays on the team is beyond me. He didn't play too bad this season. Definitely just a good bench center for us. Jalen Brunson, oh my gosh, this dude just averaged 30 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. That's crazy. Josh Hart at 11 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. 13 rebounds as a shooting guard, fellas. That is generational. Mikal Bridges had 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Cat had 18 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, shot 48% from the field, 39% from 3. OG did average 10, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Mitchell off the bench had 5 and 7. Miles McBride had 8. Precious Achiuwa had 7. And then Landry Shamet actually had a surprising 7 points with horrendous shooting from the field. Now, as far as the future goes, we're keeping Brunson, probably Mikal, and Cat. Josh Hart, I would like him coming off the bench or something, but if I can trade him for another superstar player, I'm doing it. Probably going to trade OG on a newbie, honestly. I just don't need him at the power forward position. And I would rather just have Mikal at the 3. Mitchell Robinson, I'm going to take calls on him. Miles McBride will probably stay unless his shooting splits stay up. He literally almost shot as good from 3 as he did from the field. Precious, I like him a ton as a player. I mean, he averaged 7.6 rebounds, half a steal, and a block off our bench. So I do like him as a bench piece. And then Landry Shamet was a huge surprise for us. We do have the Bucks in the second round here, as we do get past them in 5 games. We actually might have a Timberwolves Knicks finals here, depending on what happens in the conference finals in both sides, as we are up 4-0 here. We sweep them, and the Timberwolves actually advance to the finals. So first season here, we get to see who wins the trade. We have the Timberwolves versus the Knicks here. We're going to take it game by game. Could not have asked for a better season, as the Knicks are up 2-0. Maybe they knew what they were doing with the Cat trade. Okay, the Timberwolves do win game 4 and game 5. Hold up. Okay, we win in 6 games. The Cat trade was perfect for the Knicks. We just won a championship in year 1 without doing anything, as Brunson takes home a finals MVP. As far as our starting power forward position goes, I'm going to try to get rid of OG, Mitchell Robinson, and then 2 first-round picks for Laurie. This probably isn't enough, so we're probably going to have to throw in something else. Just kidding. All right, now we have a front court of Cat and Laurie, so we have some insane stretch bigs on the team right now. We still have Mikal at the 3, Josh Hart at the 2, and Jalen Brunson at the 1, so that's probably our starting 5 solidified 100%. Off the bench right now, we have Miles McBride and Precious Achiuwa, who can also play the 5 if I need him to. So we're just going to go look at the available free agents. Eric Gordon is not bad. Averaged 8 points last season with pretty good shooting splits. Could take Taurean Prince. And now we do have a rotation of Jalen Brunson, Miles McBride, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Gary Payton II, Laurie Markkinen, Precious Achiuwa, Larry Nance, and Cat. We've only won 42 games right now. We've also lost 27, which is far more games than last year. I don't know what happened. In my opinion, our lineup is better, but I mean, it is what it is. I might just have to package Laurie and Mikal and see what we can do with that. We're not even a 50-win team this year. As far as the all NBA teams go, we probably don't have anybody, which is fine. And then for the all defensive teams, we also do not have anyone. The Timberwolves are now the 3rd seed in their conference, and so are we. So that's pretty even. Now they're starting Rob Dillingham, who's up to 16 points and 4 assists. Anthony Edwards, who's averaging 31. Jaden McDaniels, who's averaging over a steal, half a block. Randall, who's averaging 17 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. And then Gobert is averaging 11 rebounds, 2 blocks. Dante DiVincenzo, still coming off the bench, averaged 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and over a steal for them. As far as our season stats on the year, Jalen Brunson still 28 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. That's insane. Josh Hart had 9 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, half a block. Mikal had 16 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Cat had 16 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. Lauri Markkanen had 16 points and 7 rebounds. What do you shoot from 3? 36% from 3, that's really good. Miles McBride had 7 points and 2 assists off our bench. Larry Nance had 5 and 4. Precious had 8, 6, a steal, and a block. And then Gary Payton had 4 points along with a steal. Wow, the Bulls are the 1st seed. They have Kobe White, Giddey, Levine, Patrick Williams, and Vucevic. It's literally just their roster. Okay, they somehow added James Harden off the bench, but aside from that, this is just the normal Bulls team, and they are the 1st seed in the East. If the Bulls win a championship, I might just head out, man. Luckily, we do have Toronto in the 2nd round, who they have Davion Mitchell at the point guard position, so I'm really not that worried here as we win in a 7-game series. And then, okay, yeah, the Bulls get upset in 5 games, so we do have to play a Magic squad of Cole Anthony, Franz Wagner. Jimmy Butler's actually crazy for them, especially with Franz averaging 23 points in the playoffs. They have Paolo, Wendell Carter Jr. Off the bench, they have Tyus Jones, Jonathan Isaac, Drummond, Anthony Black. This is a really nice team. Jalen Suggs isn't here anymore. Is the Heat in the playoff picture? They are not. I'm assuming there was a trade and then Jalen Suggs was gone as we get eliminated in 6 games. And the Timberwolves actually advanced to play them. And now the Timberwolves are NBA champions. Low-key, before we make a trade, I'm going to throw Norman Powell a contract to give us a better bench piece. We need that desperately. And we do sign him to a 2-year deal. Hold up. We're not going to get rid of this much for Cade. But I might be able to throw in like some picks and just get this done. He's only an 88 right now. So, alright, we get Cade at that starting shooting guard position now, which is insane. He's coming off, what, 24 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. And now he's paired next to Jalen Brunson in the backcourt. And we still have Cat as well. We got Dennis Bender, bro. Is he related to Dragon Bender? Get off the squad. So, Cade is a huge addition, which means we could still keep Mikal Bridges if I wanted to, but I still might explore trades for him and see if we can get a different wing. Okay, Pascal Siakam is coming home, fellas. I can't even lie. We're getting the spin master himself, fellas. It's go time. We also get Donald Humphries. I don't know who that is. I am going to try to snag Kuminga from the Warriors right now. He's on the power forward position, so he's only an 82 overall 3-star player. So I think if I just keep packaging players, eventually we can get him on the team. It just depends on how many players I'm going to have to give up, maybe even the whole bench. But if I can get him in the starting lineup at that wing position next to Cade and Pascal, then I don't have an issue getting rid of my bench and just running the most absurd players. So we're going to slide into that small forward position. Goes up tremendously in overall. Also averaged 17, 6, 3, and 1 last season. So we have our starting 5 of Kuminga, Pascal, Cat, Cade Cunningham, Brunson. Off the bench right now, we only have Miles McBride. So I'm just going to have to hope and pray that we see some insane players. Low-key, Jordan Clarkson is not bad. So we're just going to get him at the backup shooting guard position. Harrison Barnes, a welcome to the squad. We're going to get you as a glue guy. And then I need a backup big. As far as that goes, Rashawn Holmes, a welcome to the team. Look, the whole no depth approach is not working. So we're going to make some trades here and figure out what I want to do because it's just not looking good right now. I'm going to trade Kuminga because he's only averaging 14-6, which isn't bad, but he's shooting less than 30% from 3, which is just awful. There was a trade that was standing out to me because we do get a wing position and a backup big. I think I'm just going to trade for Kuzma, and we'll have Jonas Valanciunas coming off our bench at the backup 5 with Miles McBride. As far as the rest of the bench, I'm just going to trade everybody. It's just that simple. It's been so bad this season. We won a championship the very first year of the rebuild. It's gone downhill ever since. Honestly, I don't even want to see any other trades. Just give me Bona on the team at the backup power forward slot, and then I could low-key slide Luke Kennard to the 3 and run him. I could also just package him and Clarkson and see what's available with a future 2nd round pick. I didn't even select it. Oh well, we'll just see what pops up. Haywood Highsmith is not bad. Dalton Net. Alright, we have our new bench. So we just changed the roster to Brunson, Miles McBride, Cade, Kyle Kuzma, Dalton, Bona, Pascal Siakam, Cat, and Valanciunas. As far as the playoff picture for this year, the Timberwolves are the 2nd seed They have Rob Dillingham, Anthony Edwards, DiVincenzo, and Randall both starting with Gobert. Off the bench, they have Josh Hart, Julian Strawther, Tyus Jones, and then Rocky's like a 7'3" center. So their team is actually quite nice. We are the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference with Jalen Brunson, who averaged 20 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Cade Cunningham, who averaged 24 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Still super glad we got him on the team. Is also in the 50-40-90 club. Kyle Kuzma, who averaged 13 points, 4 rebounds. Pascal with 13 points, 9 rebounds is crazy, and 5 assists. And then Cat did have 15 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. Off the bench, we finished with Miles McBride, Dalton Nett, Adam, and then Jonas Valanciunas. I think our chances of winning a championship here are pretty good. We didn't really lose too many games after the trade package that I did to form out our bench a little more. Unfortunately, we do have the Hawks, who are the 2nd seed, as we are tied up at 1-1 here. We go up 2-1, we go up 3-1, and we beat them in a 5-game series to play the 4th seeded Raptors, who did upset the Cavs, and then the Timberwolves did lose in the conference finals. I'm still going to take this game by game against the Raptors. We should be fine here, but we are actually down 2-1. We're down 3-1. Sick. Alright, we might be cooked. I might jump in if the game is close enough, but I'm assuming we're either A, going to get blown out, or yeah, it's just not looking good. We've lost every single quarter so far. The Raptors are going to advance to the finals as they absolutely wax us in a 5-game series. They are playing the Rockets. Who do they have? Reed Shepherd, Jalen Green, Cam Whitmore, Jabari Smith Jr. I actually like Clint Capella as their center a lot. Then they have Amon Thompson, Tari Easton, Trey Johnson, Naz Reid, Gary Trent Jr. My gosh, who do the Raptors have? Fred VanVleet, VJ Edgecombe, RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, GG for the Raptors. Man, I don't know how you guys made it that far, as the Rockets are now NBA champions, and Jalen Green has a finals MVP out of nowhere. Alright, unfortunately, we only won 1 championship on the video, and it was with the OG squad. For some reason, Jalen Brunson, Cade, Kuzma, Pascal, and Cat were just not enough to get our championship ring. I should have never fired our coach. I fired him, signed a balanced coach, and it just did not work out. I feel like this team is, I don't know, they're looking like championship favorites here, but it just wasn't good enough. Cat did play great throughout his tenure on the Knicks, averaging 18, 16, then 15, with about 8 rebounds and 3 assists every season, and was able to bring an NBA championship to New York. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I will catch you all with the next video.